or you walk past that cabinet or that closet that needs to be organized, I hope you think about what I'm saying right now. Roll your eyes and be like, that daggone Le'Veon. Let me go. Hey y'all, so welcome back. So I'm in the kitchen doing a little reorganization, decluttering. I want to do like a little minimal coffee station area, and then I just stopped at Hobby Lobby, not Home Goods, and picked up a few things. I said I didn't want to do like too much Christmassy stuff, but I do want to, start making the kitchen a little cozier. And I found just a few things that kind of stood out to me that I wanted to incorporate on my countertops. So I found this little Christmas tree, what is it? A cutting board, Christmas tree cutting board. This little towel and wooden spoon set. I found this little wreath and this little Christmas tree small plate, which I want to use as like a spoon, what is it called, like a spoon rest. Minimal, not too much Christmassy, but more wintry. And also too, I feel like I can kind of carry it in once the Christmas season is over, and I'm kind of like, will be happy when it is. Not to sound like a Scrooge or anything, but like Christmas kind of like just makes me sad. But yeah, I feel like I can kind of like use a lot of this stuff and just kind of bring it into winter. And then I picked up this little candle from Home Goods. It's a apple honey butter candle. I thought that would be like a cute little addition on the countertop. It smells like apple honey butter. So let me show y'all what I've been doing so far. Remember when I had purchased the drinking glasses that I was so obsessed with? Still is, by the way. I know I had mentioned that I really just don't use my cabinet space to like its full capacity. Like I suck at that. But I decided to change the placement of where I had the glasses and cups. I had it in the can't talk, y'all, excuse me. I had it in the cabinet next to it, and I just had so much more of the cups, so I decided to place it in this cabinet here, and I love how that turned out. It looks really organized and well put together. I have all my glasses and things like that in there. These are the glasses that I had just recently purchased. So freaking cute. So I decided to just place my stemware and everything in here, since it was, like I said, a lot bigger. And then in the next cabinet here, I just placed my bowls and plates. I thought that just made a lot more sense. So now I am going along and kind of trying to figure out like what I want to do with my sugars, my flour, my rice, my pastas. I'm trying to organize this cabinet here. Just cleaned it out, so there's nothing in there but with the pasta. We don't really use pasta, but I do want to keep them. I only got like a little bit of angel hair in there, and since we don't really use pasta that much, I will fill it up as we go, as we need it. And then apartment 1101, I'm doing like a cute little collab with them on Instagram, and they sent over these storage jars, which I thought was super cute. They kind of look like larger the seasoning jars. So these were cute. I figured I would maybe put like, I don't know, maybe some coffee, sugar. I got some powdered sugar I want to place in here. I need to wash these out first. I thought they were the perfect size to kind of just add in to make everything look organized. And then I'm thinking about also reorganizing my linen closet, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all that it's not like a mess, but it is a mess. And with the new year coming up, I do want to put this video out there to kind of give you guys some inspiration and motivation to start decluttering. We're all out like purchasing extra things, and more things are coming into the house. So some things that you don't use can leave out of the house. My thing is to really have that soft, intentional luxury lifestyle without necessarily having the price tags of the luxury. One of the top 5 things is to declutter and to reorganize. And yeah, so that's what I want to do, start getting that into before the new year, and hopefully you guys will be inspired to do the same. You know, and if you're not, you're hearing me talking about it, and when you walk past that drawer or you walk past that cabinet or that closet that needs to be organized, I hope you think about what I'm saying right now. Roll your eyes and be like, that daggone Le'Veon, let me go ahead and reorganize. Let me go ahead and declutter. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Let me wash these. And before I wash and dry these, before I start, I'm figuring out what I want to place in here, and let's get to organizing. I'm having the hardest time deciding on what type of coffee machine that I want. I don't know why it takes me the longest time to decide on like the most simplest thing sometimes, but it does. Sue me. But yeah, so I've been looking at some different ones. I do want to get away from using the pods, so I did have the reusable sticker top thing, so I've just been using these up before I actually purchased either more Nespresso pods, or actually just went along and just purchased an espresso machine. I don't know, just having a hard time trying to decide. I don't know why. I wanted to add in like some touches of the holiday season, and I found this I found this printout on Etsy. I'm kind of disappointed because the bow was a lot more like brown online, but then once I printed it out, it's a little darker, which isn't too bad. You know, of course, it's, you know, all dependent on the ink when you print out your artwork. So I did decide to place it in this gold frame here. Kind of elevates it a lot more once I put it in the gold frame. And I found this frame for $3 or $4 at Target. So I wanted to kind of just add in a little artwork on the countertop. So I wanted to still keep it really minimal, but, you know, make it look nice, make it a little festive, make it a little holiday-ish. And I thought adding in the frame with the little wreath, the bell, and the ribbon made it look super cute. So I was thinking about just placing it in this corner here. So I'm gonna place these straws. I always use these straws. I love having like a latte, and I put it in this rib container just to kind of, you know, make it look a little nicer than just having straws. These straws are biodegradable. I love using them in, like I said, for my lattes. I'm just kind of placing it right here. Then I have this little tree. It's a jar. So my plan when I purchased it was to put in my coffee pods, but it's not big enough for the coffee pod. So I just put ground coffee in here, and then I'll just place it like so. So I start putting everything back in the cabinet. I want to get some more of the seasoning jars right here. I've been like throwing them out once the seasonings were done, because like once you like wash them out and then the little sticker things kind of get like old, it's just time to replace them. I tried to replace them. Originally I had the white little labels, and then I had the black ones, but then once you like take them off, I don't know, they don't look as new anymore. So once these are done, I will just throw them all out and get a new set. And I'm just keeping the ones that I have for right now. I have my jar of jasmine rice. So what I was planning on doing is actually like turning maybe the cabinets, these two cabinets, into like a little pantry. And then my pantry, maybe placing all of my extra appliances on that one wall there, just to kind of give myself a little bit more space and make it flow as easily as I possibly can. Maybe put like some canned goods or something like that in there. I'm not sure yet, but still trying to figure out that part. But for all my jarred goods, I want to maybe just, you know, start placing in here. This is my chicken bouillon. I had like a large jar of it, and I figured I can just place it in here. I wish I had a label, but it'll be fine. So just place kind of like that in there. And then for my little jars that I told y'all I had just got, I had placed some noodles in one. These aren't that big, so they don't really hold like a lot, so it's perfect if you don't really have like too much to store. Powdered sugar. I also wish they had like more label choices. They had a few choices, so I'll just keep this plain. I'll put maybe like powdered sugar or something like that on there, but I think like when you start writing on it, it just kind of takes away the aesthetic. So either just plain or nothing on there, like I did this one. And then the rest of them I just put tea, coffee, and then I have brown sugar right here. So like I said, I'm thinking like my pastas, my rice, my seasons, and my, I guess, baked goods along with tea and coffee, I'll place in here. And then I was kind of thinking about placing my 2 jars of the pasta in there. All right, so everything is nice and neat and minimal in here. I hate, but I love the fact that we don't really use like a lot of pastas, and we do use a lot of rice, I'm not gonna lie, but we don't really use too much. And I really need to go through here because this looks crazy. That's why I was thinking about like just redoing. That's why I want to redo my spice jars, because I kind of just been having them just all rosy like this. I was gonna put them up there, but I'm like, it's just taking away the aesthetic. So I'm trying to just figure out like how I want to place things, but at least I can straighten up in here. I'll start doing that. But yeah, so I wanted to place all of my jarred containers in here, and just kind of give it like a really nice aesthetic look. So